Hello students, welcome to RS Biocorner. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the third law of inheritance, that is law of independent assortment.
So before starting law of independent assortment, let's have a discuss on dihybrid cross. Mendel also crossed pea plants differing in two characters to verify the results of monohybrid crosses. This helped him to understand the inheritance of two pairs of factors at a time. So, dihybrid cross is the cross between two different genes that differ in two observed traits. Two observed traits means suppose there is a round yellow seed. So, round is an observed trait whereas yellow is another observed trait. So, a cross was made between a pure round yellow seeded pea plant with a wrinkled green seeded pea plant. So let's see what we get to understand is Mendel had crossed between two pea plants each having two different observable traits. One was round yellow seeded plant and another was wrinkled green seeded plant. So this round yellow seeded plant was with genotype capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Whereas this wrinkled green seeded plant was with genotype small r and small y, small y. So when they produced gametes, this round yellow seeded plant produced two gametes capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y. Whereas the wrinkled green seeded plant produced two kinds of gametes small r, small r, small y. So when these gametes fuse with each other to produce the hybrids or progenies, in F1 generation it was found that all plants were round yellow. So how it occurred? Let's get understand through this Punnett square. So in this square, at the top of the square there are the gametes from the round yellow seed plant and the gametes from the wrinkled green plants are at the left side of the square. So when these gametes fuse with each other, first when this capital R, capital Y fuse with this small y, it produced a hybrid or progeny with genotype capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Likewise, all the hybrids produced in the F1 generation were with the genotype capital R, capital Y, small y. So when Mendel self-hybridized the F1 plants, he found that each of the plants produced the gametes capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, small r, small y. And in F2 generation, when these gametes fused with each other, out of 16 progenies, 9 hybrids were round yellow, 3 were green round, and 3 were yellow wrinkle, and only 1 was green wrinkle. You can see the color and the shape of the seeds here. So the phenotypic ratio was 9:3:3:1, and genotypic ratio is very complex. You will read it in your higher classes. So बुझेला मेंडेल कौन कले ना जस्ट मने पकाओ लॉ ऑफ डोमिनेंस रे हमें कौन करथिले ना गोटे कैरेक्टर को लेकी मेंडेल had crossed between a tall and dwarf plant, and in F1 generation he had found that all the plants were tall. Likewise एठी भी मेंडेल कौन कले ना दुईटा प्लांट भितरे क्रॉस कले, and the difference is that here are two different traits. The plants is having two different traits, round yellow and green wrinkle. Okay, so एठी भी क्रॉस कला पर मेंडेल कौन पाइले ना दुईटा in F1 generation he found that all plants were round yellow. Okay, and in F2 generation, out of 16 progenies, 9 were with yellow round seed and 3 were with green round seed, 3 were with yellow wrinkle seed, and only 1 was with green wrinkle seed. So here is another additional information, if you want to know, then you can remember it, that in dihybrid cross in F2 generation, out of 556 plants, 315 plants were round yellow, 105 plants were with round green seed, and 101 plants were with wrinkle yellow seed, and only 32 plants were with wrinkle green seed. So next is law of independent assortment. Based upon dihybrid cross, Mendel proposed law of independent assortment, which states that when two pairs of traits are combined in a hybrid, segregation of one pair of traits is independent to the other pair of traits. So टिके भलसे बुझिबा, when two pairs of traits means, and another thing, don't be confused with these terms, that traits, characters, genes, alleles, don't be confused. Here I have drawn a clear diagram. Suppose height is a character. So for height character, there are two traits, tall and dwarf. And for tall trait, the gene is capital T, and for dwarf trait, the gene is small t, small t. And for tall gene, there are two alleles, capital T, and for dwarf gene, there are two alleles, small t, small t. Now let's get understand what the law of independent assortment states, that when two pairs of traits are, suppose round and yellow are two pairs of traits, when they combine in a hybrid, okay, तो हाइब्रिड रे जते बेले कंबाइन करिवे, हाइब्रिड फॉर्मेशन पई कोन दरकार, गैमेट्स दरकार है. सो दिस ट्रेड्स विल प्रोड्यूस गैमेट्स. फॉर एग्जांपल, द टॉल ट्रेड विल प्रोड्यूस two gametes, capital T, and dwarf trait will produce small t, small t. Okay. So segregation of one pair of trait is independent to the other pair of trait. Okay. So just recall the law of segregation, that the genes remain together, but during formation of gametes, the genes segregate. Okay, the gamete formation बेले genes टा हमर कोन होचे ना segregate हे जाउची. Then after segregation, these gametes are independent. That means they can combine. Suppose this gamete can combine with this, or this gamete can be combined with this gamete can be combined with this, or this gamete can be combined with this. Likewise, for two pair of traits, here are also, these are two gametes, this gamete can be combined with this, and this can be combined with this can be with this can be with this. Okay, they are independent. Se mane kehi bhi kaha sahito combine kari paribe. And another important thing, that they will never mix with each other. ये आ सहित मिसबनी कि ये आ सहित मिसबनी, and केही भी काहा को affect करिवेनी. Okay, so that is the independent. Now I think you all are clear about the law of independent assortment. When two pairs of traits are combined in a hybrid रे जते बेले भी हमर combine हेले gametes माने, after segregation they are free, or they are independent to combine with the other pair of traits. Okay, केही भी काहा सहित combine करि परिबे. And don't be confused between law of segregation and law of independent assortment. Okay, because law of segregation is segregation of gametes, but here how the gametes combine and how they are independent to combine is law of assortment. Next come to the most interesting part of this video, that Mendel's three laws in 3 lines. Okay, Mendel करो जो 3 laws थिला ताको में only 3 line ने मने रखिबा. The first law was law of dominance, then law of segregation, then law of independent assortment. Then in law of dominance, what law of dominance states that one character that appear in F1 generation is dominant. Just एतिकी मन रखिबो the one character that appear in F1 generation is dominant and that which suppressed in F1 but reappear in F2 generation that is recessive. This is law of dominance. Okay, then law of segregation means genes separate during formation of gamete. Then law of independent assortment means different genes get sorted into gametes independently. Gametes are always independent to assort with each other. Next, let's summarize the two kinds of ratios in two kinds of hybridization, because most of the time questions come from this part. So let's clear that in monohybrid ratios in F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio is 3:1 and the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. And for dihybrid ratios in F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio is 9:3:3:1. Whereas the genotypic is very complex. You will face it in your higher classes. So मन रहिला एटा भलसे मन रखिबो F2 जनरेशन पाई मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस रे रेशियो कोन रहउची और डाइहाइब्रिड क्रॉस रे रेशियोटा कोन रहउची, both phenotypic and genotypic.
So here are some short answer questions for your examination. You can practice it. So here are some multiple choice questions. So question number 1 is mark the odd one with respect to true breeding line. So true breeding पाई कोटा ठीक नुहे से ऑप्शन टा हमको बाछिबार अछि. Shows the stable trait inheritance, shows expression for few generations only, undergo continuous self pollination. So the correct option is shows expression for few generations only. Then question number 2, which of the following is not a dominant trait in edible pea? Edible pea means जोड़ा general motor छुई आमे खाऊचे, that is edible pea. So which of the following is not a dominant trait in edible pea? Axial flower, inflated pod, green seed color or green pod. So right option is green seed color. Then come to next question. Select the correct option with respect to law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment पाई को ऑप्शन टा ठीक अछि सेटा हमको बाछिबार अछि. So it can be explained by using monohybrid cross. Inheritance of one character is dependent on another character. This law is not applicable universally. It was proposed by Batson. So the right option is this law is not applicable universally. That is option number 3. Then come to next question. Which one of the following is the phenotypic monohybrid ratio in F2 generation? F2 generation रे monohybrid ratio पाई कोटा हमरो phenotypic ratio थिला. So monohybrid cross रे F2 generation पाई phenotypic ratio थिला 3:1. Clear? And genotypic थिला 1:2:1. Always remember it. The next question, when Mendel self-hybridized the F1 plants, he found that dominant and recessive traits of one character are segregated in a 3:1 ratio. Okay. Then next question, F1 progeny of Mendelian hybrid cross produces 2 types of pollen grains, 4 genotypes of gametes, 2 types of eggs and 4 types of pollens only. So the correct option is 4 genotypes of gametes. So at the end part of this video, there are some long questions related to this chapter whose answers you have to write in your copy and that will help you at the time of your examination. So question number 1 is mention the advantages of selecting pea plants for experiments by Mendel, and question number 2 differentiate between the following: dominant and recessive, homozygous and heterozygous, monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross. Then question number 3 explain law of dominance using monohybrid cross, explain law of segregation using monohybrid cross, and explain law of independent assortment using dihybrid cross. With this, we completed the 3 laws of inheritance.